Hi Church, hi Anthem. My name is Nicole Canty and I am excited to be recording this for you right now. I wanted to share just a little bit about my time during the electronic fast and the highs and lows of it, the victories of it, and the struggles. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it's encouraging to you. And I also really look forward to seeing you guys again soon. So for me, when the fast first began, I was pumped. I think fasting is great. I've done it before and I think it's a great spiritual discipline, and I was really encouraged to see the leaders and the elders encourage that for a church. So I was like, yeah, this is going to be good, really good. But then the stay safe at home order was put on our community, and I feel like that was a big game changer for me. I don't know about all of you guys, but that was hard. I was used to sharing my life with other women and other moms in our community, doing play dates, getting outside a lot more, just sharing life, sharing what's on my heart and on my mind with other women. And all of a sudden, I couldn't do that. Right around the time that the virus started in our community and in our nation, I personally was just struggling with some areas of my spiritual walk, areas in my faith. They weren't salvation issues, but they were just things that I was wrestling with and questions I had that I had never really had before. And normally I would go and talk to my girlfriends about that. I would take my kid to the park and talk with other moms and just share what was going on in my life. And all of a sudden, that couldn't happen. And that was a big deal to me. That was not something I was used to. Of course, I should be sharing all that with my husband, my better half, Josh, which many of you know. But to be honest, that hasn't always been part of our marriage. And that's an area that he has communicated to me, that a lot of times he finds out things about me last or late. I'm a social person and will just share with other people, and then he finds out later what I'm struggling with and what I'm going through. And that has not been a great thing. It hasn't been intentional. It just sort of happens with him being at work and me being with other mamas and other ladies in the community. So all of a sudden, I was going to him, which is so good and so important. I was turning to him for counsel, seeking wisdom from him, seeking leadership from him. As you have probably watched in my sister Winter's video, we are pretty self-sufficient women and do things on our own. And that is a great thing in a lot of ways, and at times it's not great. And in this case, I had to really rely on Josh, which I should have been doing all along. But that was so great to do. I turned to him. I shared my struggles with the areas in my spiritual walk that I needed help with. I really sought him for counsel, and he delivered, and that was so cool. It was really neat to see God raise him up and establish him as even more of a leader. An area that, or a verse actually, that the Lord put on my heart during that time was something that my DNA group, we were going through the book of Ephesians, and Ephesians 5 talks about the wives and husbands, and it's a passage that I have read many times, but this time it felt so applicable and so helpful given this season. There's a verse, Ephesians 5:25 and 26. I'm going to read it to you. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor. And that verse, cleansing her by the washing of water with the word, that just kept coming to my mind during all this. When I wasn't around friends, when I was just around Josh, that verse. And so I went to him and I said, this is what I'm struggling with, and I need your help. And I want you to tell me what to read in the Bible. And he took a couple days to think about it. I asked him to take a couple days, and in the end he came back and he said, I want you to study the book of Ruth. And I did, and it was so good, and I felt like the Lord met me in that book, and I was able to just learn so much more about his love and his kindness, and I was able to learn a lot about Josh's love and kindness that I always knew, but it felt so cool to see it in a new light. Yeah, so that is what the Lord did through the fast. Kind of quieted the noise around me, quieted the voices around me. I didn't have other people to turn to, so I turned to him. I turned to Josh, and I saw him turn to the Lord and lead me through that, and it was so impactful and so great. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. I hope it's encouraging to you guys, and I can't wait to hear more stories from all of you, what Jesus did, and yeah. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy. We're praying for you all, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.